This is probably the most alarming I've ever heard our confessions get, so have at it, all right?
That's a high bar.
I mean, we've had every kind of conversation known to man. I don't think we've had this one. Dear Freak Show, it's going to sound incredibly out of bounds, but my husband and I discussed our daughter, who is a stunning young woman, but kind of a screw-up. We've cheered her on her entire life, gotten her to 26 years old, but she's totally unmotivated to do anything but sleep in the bedroom 2 doors down from us. My husband said to me, quote, "At this point, we got to lean on her looks because there ain't much there."
Oh.
Wow.
She has worked for his construction company, the mall, Amazon, quit the mall. She went to real estate school also and quit that 5 weeks in. She had an apartment with a roommate, but when she couldn't find anything solid for employment, we ended up paying for it all, so she ended up coming back home. Our talk left us with 3 realistic options, and I'm sure the judge birds are gonna have at us, but it's either adult dancing,
Oh, no.
making an OnlyFans page, or marrying her off to someone who wants a stunning wife. Sad to say, but those 3 things are her best chance at making a living and possibly saving her future for her. Marriage is my hope personally, but in all honesty, it's probably 3rd out of the 3 choices. What on earth do you do when you've lost faith and most hope for your child?
Wow. I mean, you should really have a mirror in your face when it comes to this, because it sounds like you keep saving her and she's not learning a life lesson and letting her fail. Like, this is important. You can't always just save your child.
Do you know this is the definition of daddy issues? If your daddy drops you off at the pole.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's the definition.
That's not good.
That's the definition of daddy issues.
That's the last thing any parent would.
That's the last stripper you want in there whose daddy dropped her off and said, listen, this all you good for?
That's the last person you want suggesting you do that. And, like, that's supposed to be the last person to tell you not to do that.
Well, you get the problem is you keep saving your kid and letting them figure out life. If the door is always open no matter what, and I'm not like saying like she's going to be sleeping in her car. I mean, like, she's got to go figure out her life just like the rest of us. If you keep saving her, she's never going to have to struggle.
How do you figure that out though?
Bye-bye. Go figure
yourself
out.
I mean, because you can't just leave your kid out there. You got to give them, say, if I've hired you for this, you didn't do it. If I put you in real estate school, you didn't do it. If I put you in, if I got you all these opportunities and you quitting everything.
Bye.
Right. So now you outside, I'm going to let you be homeless?
Go figure out your life. Yes. Just like all of us. That is the answer. It's hard as a parent. That's a hard pill to swallow. You need to go grow the hell up.
If you're 26 and living down the hall, that should be a red flag. What are you about to say?
I'm just saying, I don't like how the parents are just giving up on their daughter. Maybe your daughter will be a little bit more successful if she had more supportive parents.
It sounds like they've been very
hold on.
Sorry,
I mean, wait a minute.
I'm saying, like, they're trying to, like, blame it on her like she failed. Maybe you failed as parents.
Out of the 727, how's she look? I'm 26 and single.
I mean, that's sad, though. It's like if you looking at your pretty daughter and you're like, well, at least I can introduce her to some Buccaneers.
You could.
Like, and you trying to, and does that equate pimping your daughter?
Yes.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Does it though? I mean, because there are women out there who are like, my son is a beautiful man, and I'd like you to meet him, man. Like at an office.
There are parents like this.
So maybe this man is like, listen, she's got a failure to launch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I need to find her somebody, and so and if she's really fit and beautiful or whatever, they might be looking at her like that's her best shot.
Yeah, but they're just blaming it on her, like, oh yeah, she's this. It's only her looks. Like, that's messed up. Like, there are other options that you can do before you go to the strip club.
She doesn't have much
like
self-worth right now, it feels like, because you keep saving her. If you want my whole honest opinion, you need to let her off, let that bird go and fly, and she's going to fail, and she might be sleeping in her car for a night or two or something like that.
Oh my God.
She's going to figure it out.
What parent is going to let their kids sleep in the car?
One that's smart, because guess what? Nobody wants to sleep in their car for the rest of their life, and I guarantee you she will go work her ass off to make sure that she can get an apartment or go live with somebody and become a successful part of society.
Did you just say
she's
what
not.
parent is going to let her sleep in the car? What parent is going to suggest their daughter go strip?
I trust me. That is not something
Come
I
on.
expected
Wouldn't
to
we
say.
rather OnlyFans though?
Yeah.
She's
No,
by
you
herself.
wouldn't-
OnlyFans doesn't
No.
automatically mean porn.
I would say that stripping. I know some strippers who definitely save their money and are living
Okay.
well now.
All right.
OnlyFans is still sketch because that makes you a little sex worker.
Also sex worker.
No, it doesn't.
That really does. All right, wait, we got your calls and texts up next. Hold on. All right, I'm just going to say this first because Vince has said it best. Shame on these parents because they keep saving this girl, not a woman, but a girl, because she won't grow up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the part. She's 26 in age, but she's not necessarily becoming, responsible for herself.
Yeah. Victoria out of the 863 says, I got a friend that stripped as a single mom. She stripped through college and now she's a nurse practitioner. Better shake it to the max.
Right? Exactly.
There are success stories.
These parents suck. She has to find it out the hard way. She has to figure it out. If you don't want to make a living and grow up, I'll help you by holding you accountable.
Yeah.
This ain't no fairy tale. No suitors are coming to save you. What's wrong with them?
Well, sometimes you hinder your child's success because you're handing them everything and you constantly save them. So you feel, and also it makes you feel better because you feel as like you're failing as a parent, but you're not. You're helping them learn.
Military out at 863. Join the Air Force, get some skills, come out and get a good job with the government.
That's great.
That was
great
my
idea.
suggestion. Like, you're automatically going to the pole. Why don't you go into the military? Like,
There's a bunch of options.
Since my son is 18 and I already sound like Meredith. So you ready to put him out already? At 18, you can't do that. You can't do that. Meredith sounds like a mom with girls. She would be singing a different tune if she had a boy.
No, I don't think so. I
This
think I might be a
confession
little
is
bit more
diabolical,
strict.
by the way.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. We got Christopher on the phone. Hey, Chris, what's going on?
What's going on? First off, good morning, the masters of freakiness.
Oh,
Well, good morning
good
to
I
you
like
too.
that.
Here we
Master
go.
of freakiness.
What you got for this pretty sad tale?
So, a little tale here, man, is that my sister was given everything, and she always got bailed out and was always overprotected and just, unfortunately she's not here with us today because, she succumbed to, drugs and other lifestyles. Not specifically saying that this person would, but you can't just give someone everything. I do agree with Meredith and you guys and stuff like that, she needs to fail and not in the sense where you just let her completely drop the rock bottom and get no assistance at all, but she needs to learn, repercussions to her choices and her actions.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry to hear about your sister's situation and that outcome, but it's hard, I would think, to look at somebody who you've given all these opportunities and they've just thumbed their nose at it. I mean, she's quit like three or four different career paths that they've set her up on it, so she doesn't really see the need to do anything but live, like they said, 2 doors down from their bedroom.
Yeah, you got to find the motivation on what works for her because, and again, if she fails on it and falls, we can't learn unless we fail, right? Like they said in Batman Begins, right? How do we, I think I remember how it goes now, but it's based along the lines of, why do we fall? And, so we can learn to get back up, right? So that's the premise of it. You've got to be able to fall and stumble, and it doesn't have to always necessarily be a failure per se, but I mean, you got to learn from not being able to make it to where you want to be at.
Yeah, and there's no failure because even when you don't go the way it planned, it's still a good lesson for you for the next go round. So that's a very good point. Hey, appreciate you, Christopher. Thanks, bro. It makes a lot of sense.
Resilience. That's what he's talking about. You got to teach your kids resilience. They have to be able to come back from something.
That bounce back. Nick, what up, man?
What's going on? Morning.
Good morning.
First of all, I want to say this is exactly what I mean when I say I'm not mature enough to have daughters. Because I'm not gonna say go do OnlyFans or go be a stripper, but at the same time I'm a realist. There's people out here making millions off of OnlyFans. So it's like, if I see my daughter got it, I ain't gonna tell her to do that, but I ain't gonna say don't do it either. Like,
wait, you say if she got it? Oh, you mean like if she got the
looks for it.
The talent.
Yeah.
Right, but at the same time, that's not going to be my first option, though. Like, people sleep on all these trade jobs out here. It's a lot of trade jobs that only take 6 months, 3 months that you can do in schooling and make good money out of it afterwards. Like, everybody want to be like on the top, a real estate agent, a business entrepreneur, and everything. Everybody want to like start at the top. It's a lot of trade jobs out here that you can make a decent living with, just doing little stuff.
That's a good job too for AI, because trades are protected from AI, like in this new influx of AI over the next couple of years. Go ahead. What were you saying?
And look, my AC went out last week, and when I tell you these people trying to charge me $6 to fix it. Man, these AC people out here making money, bro.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Like simple jobs like that. Like, I'm a truck driver. Like, I ain't no millionaire or nothing, but I can support my family. Like, it's a lot of trade jobs out here that you can do to make a decent living. Even if that's, I'll tell my child, like I tell my wife right now, like my son, he's gonna be a truck driver off rip, because even though he might not know what he want to do, or just to have something to fall back on, this is what I'm gonna teach him. Hey, start driving trucks.
Yeah.
You know,
until
when
you figure it out.
What you actually when you figure out what you actually want to do, you can pursue it. In the meantime, you're making money to support your life and to support whatever field you're trying to go in the future.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense, bro. I appreciate you, man, for real. I mean, because honestly, it's better than, it's not. I mean, it's a longer job than the pole or the OnlyFans.
Sure. And I worry about her mental health and struggling in the future, just because if the emphasis is put on her looks now, we all know that looks eventually fade, and then what's going to happen to her then? That's the only thing she's leaning on. That's going to be difficult to deal with as you get older.
Okay, I have daughters, and I'm pretty sure that's going to get thrust at me and saying, what if this was your daughter? I would never drop my daughter off at the strip club or promote my daughter to be on the OnlyFans, because you know how I feel about that. But I got to say, taking your daughter to a party where the Boats Brew Fest, taking your daughter to the Boats Brew Fest hoping that some boats is there.
Yeah.
That's messed up too, though. Like, because
why though? Why? I mean, if you have a beautiful daughter who is single, and I ain't talking about like back in the olden days where you used to take them to set up a marriage.
Present them.
But if you are going out, I mean, if I'm going to the Bucks draft party with some players there or whatever, if my daughter is like, as they said, they lost faith in, and she got the look.
But that's an option. That's not the only option.
It ain't the only option, but I'm saying that's better than dropping her off at the pole or getting her to .com.
Yeah.
Yeah, but parents' support and their push has a huge effect on their kids. How many times have you wanted to quit something and your parents are like, no, you should keep on going. You need to keep on doing this.
Right, but I had the respect for my parents to not want to let them down, even though I knew I was going to probably fail. I was like, let me go ahead and keep running it because my dad wants me to.
I think the embarrassment of it is also a part of it. That can light a fire under your ass to make you become a better person.
You know how many ladies have walked around here with their daughters and said, hey, I wanted you to meet my daughter. And I'm like, oh, so it's okay for a woman to walk around introducing her daughter to potential suitors, but a dad can't do that?
Yeah, but how many times have you turned down a girl because they didn't have anything? They didn't have a pot to piss in.
But this girl sounds fine, though.
They didn't have a job.
They're just hot.
They had no ambition. How do you expect your daughter to marry somebody if they don't have ambition or any
goals? I don't expect her to marry anybody. That's them. But I'm saying that's the best option out here out of those three. Is to like, hey, introduce her to some people, because everybody want a hot wife. And honestly, my attorney Ravenel told us in school, he's like, the only way, he's like, half of this class can get good credit immediately. And he's like, it's not fair, but all of you guys that are going through college credit, half of you in here will get another shot at it. And he says, and you know how? And one girl raised her hand, and he said, go ahead and tell her. And he said, it's because some of us are going to be able to get married. Mm-hmm. Because a guy who has bad credit is going to take that into his adult life. A woman who gets a chance to join and link up with somebody else who might have good positive credit has an opportunity to turn it around. Yeah. And so he was explaining that to us in our business law. So that's the same thing as marrying. You have a shot.
Yes.
At getting better. you marry somebody or whatever, and you good looking people get a shot.
Yeah.
I get that, but we're just gonna forget about her hobbies. We're gonna not try to take her down a different
She
trajectory.
got a hobby, quitting jobs. She's good at it too.
She's real good at it.
Because maybe she hasn't done something that she's interested in. Like, we're not even gonna tap into her interests. Nothing.
All right,
Like,
listen.
we're just gonna put her on the pole and say that's it.
I didn't say put
Marry
her on the
her
pole.
off.
I ain't say put her on the pole. I say introduce her to one of them bucks.
Somebody.
One of them bolts.
So now we're gonna marry her off. No ambition, no
Yeah,
goals, no
that's right.
nothing. Just
Out of
marry.
the 3.
I gotta
That's
go.
a bad-
I gotta go. Stop taking that birth control. We're gonna take you down.
Oh
We're
my
gonna
God,
We're
We're gonna take you down. We're gonna
say
take you down to
that.
$1. That's
a
better than the
horrible-
pole.
Oh, God.
I'm just saying. Introduce her to
Horrible.
somebody.
Ugh.
Antoine Winfield got somebody?
Yeah, he married. I'm pretty sure.
You go
Okay. All
down the
right.
roster.
Okay. All right. Listen, I'm just saying.
Next.
Baker married.
I'm-
Evans married.
All right.
Everybody-
Okay.
a lot of those
What about
guys
Bucky
married.
Irvin? Bucky Irvin. Look. I know he likes somebody.
Orlando and the Freak Show.
Thank you for watching this video. If you want to support, like, share, subscribe.